Hello! I believe I'm live now. I'm just checking, making sure it's up and fully running. It is. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Happy weekend. It's 5 PM here in the UK. And it's a perfect time to be doing some shiny hunting. It's chill, we can play, have a bit of fun, and hopefully make some progress. I mean, that's a bit wishful thinking, I think. But we shall see. Let me just make sure. I've recently switched over to Streamlabs OBS, so I'm a bit dubious on if everything is coming through correctly. So we will see. I have a question of the day. Does Brow need a nerf? Because, I mean, he's absolutely storming the polls in the new favourite Pokemon somehow. But I think it's the Puffer Coat that's doing it for him. So there, as the stream goes on, it'll be interesting to see what people think. Whether people's opinions have changed on Brow since launch. Because it seems to have. Everyone seems to be going for him. He's a bit of the underdog, it seems. I've also changed the stream layout, so it's at the bottom we'll keep tab on the Pokemon that I'm going for. I've said from the start Charmander, and then I'll be going for Magikarp. That text is very wide. Yeah, so we're going for Charmander, and then we'll be going for Magikarp. I don't know how soon, like whether it's going to be straight away. But, yeah, we'll keep tabs, and I think it'd be quite nice to have a look on the, have a look, as we go along, what are the rates we're getting. So we're currently at 900 resets for Charmander, and, yeah, hopefully we do get it really early. I don't want to be going like 10,000 resets, that's just going to absolutely kill me. And the other thing that I've added is the text on the left side. Now, I've just realised that the text is absolutely massive. So let me see if I can fix that before we go any further, because that is absolutely ridiculous. Oh. I'm not very good at this stuff. Font size, is that going to do it? Yep, that is doing it. Doing this back on Twitch was so much easier because, like, you could send a message without going live and see how large the text was. So I've reduced the text size, see if that works out a bit better. When buying Magikarps, where can you buy Magikarps? Thanks for letting me know, Ryan. Welcome to the stream as well. I was gonna just be using the fishing rod most likely to get Magikarps, but I don't know if there's a better way. I know you can trade for Magikarp, but I can't imagine that being better, in all fairness. So let's jump into it. I don't think that's changed the text size at all. Or has it? No, I don't want to give it a nickname. Oh, does it do like a trade situation? Right, my battery's getting low on my controller. Yeah, I think that's the one that you trade for. Like, you give money and then he gives you a Magikarp. I don't think that's the most effective way of Magikarp hunting. How is your Pokemon going at the moment, though, Ryan? And we need to be making sure we're getting that counter up, so I think I've reset 3 times. Let me see if that's gone through. There we go. We're a bit out of sync here at the moment. Okay, one-time purchase though, right? First of all, the text on the left is so much better. Do I want to give it a name? No. Trip. Oh, do I give it a nickname? Oh, okay. Are you going to be resetting to get quite a few nuggets? I've been thinking about it myself. I think I'm gonna do quite a few resets and have a load of nuggets, because in terms of, I know you can duplicate items and pretty much get whatever item you want in the end if you want to use the cheats and that, but I think for efficientness, is that a word? For time efficiency, I think the nugget on the bridge works out pretty quick. Oh shit. So I'm assuming you're not gonna do the nugget glitch. With the item glitch though, can you decide how many of those items you get in one go? Or do you have to do like one at a time? And I think early game especially, to have like that much money. So I mostly will do a few times getting a gold nugget at least. Because then you can buy anything you need and also use that money to buy some of the envelopes that I think you need to do that glitch. I don't know where I sit on it though, in terms of, do I want to cheat? How much do I want to cheat? What am I doing? Come on, there we go. been watching someone on YouTube the past few days going for their Charmander hunt, and they're at like 4,000. So, I mean, still ways away of matching the odds of the 8,000 odd resets you got to do, but I really hope I get it early. I just want my first one to be early, and then like I can start playing the game and I can start looking for Magikarps. Sort of, it doesn't have to be religiously looking for Magikarps then. Although I would want to start getting my team together as soon as possible, but at least I'll be able to do something, you know. And to be honest, I don't want to be resetting like this. Like, I'd rather just be in battle and running each time. I just don't like this whole section where you got to wait for your companion to say his piece. It's like, I don't really care what he's... I know what he's going to choose. He's the same every time. He's so predictable. Yeah, I've seen like the getting the timing down and that. I don't know, it just seems like so much effort. Like, at least with this, I can just turn my brain off and just go for it. It's the positive in it, I guess. Makes it a bit more bearable, whereas if I was having to calculate my times and narrow it down, because I still think it's going to take a long time. I don't think you can get it really quick. A few hours of like timing yourself in that sounds like a headache. Well, I don't know. Obviously, this is the first time we're doing this method, so maybe if I did do the ace method, I'd be like so much further ahead. And really, we will be hitting the 1,000 mark on the resets, which is quite a rookie number in terms of the community at this time, and people have already moved on and getting so many other shinies, but oh shit. Hopefully the same as shiny. I just called it A. What should be my shiny? Oh my god, just reset. Yeah, no, I've seen some videos on people doing it. And I think like you can get it. It takes people sometimes up to 9 hours to get still, but it's more consistent. Whereas really, you can be doing this method for like 80 hours just to get one shiny. So I don't know. I mean, especially for my Charmander, I think I want to do this method, because then at least I can say, oh, I've done that, sort of thing. And that's kind of where I am at the moment, is that I'm kind of sticking at this because I've told myself I was going to do this, rather than because I want to do this on my weekend, you know. Much rather just play casually, but... I've been seeing people in the community getting it like after their 75th reset as well, and it's just it's heartbreaking for everyone who's way over those odds. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense, especially if you're playing with someone. Fact is, I'm not really in a rush to be doing this game. Like, it's an old game anyway, so you know, there's no benefit of being the first, but just doing things different to what I done when I was a child. Like we never shiny hunt when we was younger, so experience it once and go, I'm never doing that again. Maybe that might be the case. In all fairness, I have thought about switching from doing Charmander to switching to Squirtle. But I'm not a fan of the shiny Squirtle. If shiny Squirtle was a bit cooler, then I would have done Squirtle hands down. I prefer base colour Squirtle than shiny. Yeah, you've always been into your perfect IVs. It's all about the numbers. The numbers, Mason. I will need to look up the effective way of getting a Magikarp though at some point. I'm actually do that later today when I'm not streaming. Because if it is the case of it's better to do that trade like it's quicker, then I guess that's what I'll be doing. But I just have a feeling using the old rod might be better. I can't even remember at what point you get the old rod, but it's got to be earlier than Mount Moon, was it you said? Yeah, you said that you wanted to buy a Japanese copy. Did you find out whether you can do that, or Or do you need to set up a new account to buy it? Or are you able to just change your region on your Switch to buy the Japanese version? Fair. I'm just not a massive fan of like having to go through text and then find out whether you've got the Pokemon. And also, I like it that you go into battle, you'll see that shiny straight away, and then you know that you've got to capture it. Although I guess a little bit stressful. Lowering the health of the Magikarp and then capture him, but that visual indication, like having to go through the menus and that, like now I go to the menu, see whether the Charmander's shiny. I'm not a whole fan of that process, but like I said, if it's like 50-50, it's not too much of a saving. I might just do it like going into battles. But if it's, you'll save a lot more time trading with the guy, then maybe that's the way I've got to go. Nah. I mean, you're a bit away from wanting to maybe start doing another run or anything like that. You have multiple save runs. What do you mean by that? No! Controller's depleted on battery. Right, I'm gonna have to switch over to this bad boy. Although, I prefer using the Switch controllers to get those switched over. Pardon the pun. And also get these charging. I should have really have had these charging overnight sometime. So since playing Pokemon, I've not had them charged. I'll get this one. What happened to disconnect? There we go. It's just a very loud button. I'm not a fan of. press all 4 buttons at the same time as well. It's a big thumb press across all 4. I don't know why I was putting the controller in front of the mic again. Trying to show you the controller. Yeah, profile to start Squirtle, Charmander and Bulb are for trading. Oh, okay. Are they just IV versions? Wait, to start them, right, but you... Yeah, okay, you've not actually called. I'm with you. I mean, is there any, have you got any thoughts of buying a new, or a Switch 2 at any point? Yeah, are you going to try and get a legendary shiny as well, right? Oh shit, what? I just pressed delete. Yeah, because that's something that I have been thinking about, whether I want to shiny hunt the legendaries, and I think like that I really want to do. I think the legendary dogs are some of the harder ones to do, but the birds like Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno I think are quite easy to do the resets for. And then obviously you got Mew and Deoxys, but I think it would be really cool to go for those. Oh yeah, I remember. Or a bundle with Pokopia? Or is it Pokopia? It's not Pokopia. Pokopia. See, I've not heard anything like amazing about it. I think people have been super hyped because it's a Pokemon game, but I have heard like the community saying that I think they've added microtransactions firstly in the game, or like skins that you got to pay for. And when you compare it to the other games in the market of that franchise, like of that genre, so whether it's Stardew Valley or Power World is bringing their new games out, I just don't think the Pokemon game's going to live up to any of them. Like, it looks okay and it's got a charm to it, but I think it's going to be quite two-dimensional, and also you're mostly going to find that how they're playing that game on like how much money can we get out of the consumers, the monetizing of it. It just feels a bit dirty to me. Yeah. And obviously legendary hunting will come towards the back end of your playthrough, so at least you have experience playing the game a bit. I think it's been quite tough for people that started this game up and like, I'm going to shiny hunt, because they're not really getting to experience playing the game. And it's part of the issue that I've got at the moment is I really want to start playing the game now. But I also want a shiny, so until we get over that hurdle. See, I wish this was a turbo controller. I mean, just holding A or B would be so much nicer. wants it, I want to make sure that when I'm pressing in these buttons, it's not like... Oh yeah, it is picking it up. Interesting. You guys are hearing me press the button each time. I didn't even have to put it close to the mic and it's picking it up. You guys can hear me spamming the button. What shiny team do I want? Sorry, I didn't even read that message. As in my 6, I want Charmander, which is gonna go into a Charizard. I want a Gyarados, and that's it for now. I don't know if I will maybe sort of open it up to chat, like if people give me good suggestions. I don't really want to go with the typical Pokemon. I think it's very easy to go for like the same ones each time. I might go for a Geodude. Hello, Emma. How you doing? Hopefully you're having a nice weekend. Only around 8,000 to go. Oh, I think we're going to go more than that. It's going to be crap, I think. But how you doing? Have you managed to finish Modern Warfare 2 yet? Or are you still on that grind? Can you capture shinies in a Pokémon? Feels so weird to say. I actually don't even know how you meant to say it. Yeah, it is more of a casual game, but then like you can get Stardew Valley on your Switch, or you can get I doubt Power Words is on the Switch. I don't know. I'd be surprised if Nintendo were like, yeah, we're still in Power Words, but you know you can get that game on the Switch as well. But I mean, I saw some gameplay trailer of the new Power Worlds farming game. And it actually looked really good. Like, it just looked more packed than Pokopia. Pokopia? Pokopia? Pokopia. I'm gonna go Pokopia. Yeah, see, I would want Starmie, but I'm going with a Gyarados as my water Pokemon. But I would also like Starmie because it can also help with shiny hunting. I just feel it's like I would end up going with an all-water team, really. I'd go with, like, Gyarados, Bulbasaur... No, water. Squirtle. I always mix up Bulbasaur and Squirtle for some reason. I'd go with Squirtle, Gyarados. I'd Starmie. Starmie? Yeah. I don't know why everything I'm saying now sounds really weird in my head. And I really like Poliwhirl as well. I think it's Poliwhirl. Poliwhirl. I've always been a fan of him. But, yeah, I've got the issue there that I'll just have all my Pokemon be water. Yeah, and the thing with Starmie is, like you say, it's a Leaf Green exclusive, and I've not really got a way of transferring from Leaf Green at the moment, so bung that. Need 5 more trophies from Modern Warfare 2. Are they all... I mean, what? They're all going to be campaign related. Have you done your veteran run yet, Emma? On Modern Warfare 2? Or is that one of the ones you still need? Spider-Man 2. Yeah, to be honest, I've been also wanting to start Spider-Man 2. with it being free on PlayStation Plus streaming at the moment, so I do want to do it, but I've just got so many other games that I'm doing at the moment, so it's a shame about Spider-Man 2 though. Like, I brought Spider-Man 1 day one, and I'm a massive Insomniac fan. I just think they're taking on too many games at the moment, and their quality is maybe dipping down. I don't want them to turn into another Naughty Dog or anything like that, so I'm hoping the new Wolverine game is really good, but we'll see on that. And then super hyped for a new Ratchet & Clank game, which I think they're doing after Wolverine, unless Sony push them to do another Spider-Man. No shinies that you know of at the moment. I am a massive fan of Abra, Emma. I'm actually tempted to add Abra to the team to get Alakazam, but the best way to shiny hunt that one is from the arcade machines, gambling, and then using those points to buy a load of Abras, which is what I would do, because you don't want to shiny hunt an Abra, find it, and then it uses teleport to get away, because that's soul destroying, which I have had. I've seen an Abra before. I was just looking for an Abra, so I weren't shiny hunting, and I did luckily come across one at one point, but it teleported away, and it's just like, there's no chance. It's almost, it feels exactly like when you do the safari hunts on the Pokemon, where you go there and you either got to throw bait, throw a rock, or throw a Pokeball, and I don't even know. I know that they're some of the hardest ones to capture Pokemon in the safari, but I don't know if there's a strategy that you should bait, or you should rock, or you should just throw Pokeballs. I don't know. Oh, I've just oh, I thought I reset it. So, I don't know if I'll ever will shiny hunt in this safari, but if so, I've heard it's a nightmare. Yeah, the Illuminate ability, right? It's increases finding rate by two times. That is not like finding rates of shinies, but just finding rates of any Pokemon. So if you're running around in the grass, so technically, you get into the battles quicker. It's a nice thing, I guess, to have as a benefit, having it in the team. But I'm not gonna have that luck. I am not doing a full water team, and that would be absolutely tragic. Although, I guess you got Squirtle, Gyarados has got dragon attacks, Poliwhirl has fighting attacks. So you could have a mix of attacks, but they'll all be susceptible to grass or electric. I mean, trying to do those gyms would be absolutely hell. See, what you would want is a mud kit, because then at least you have the ground attacks to... I think ground's super effective against electric. I generally can't remember. It's... but at least you would be able to take them out with that. Yeah, I've heard buying coins is mostly the better way, which I'd mostly do. I can't imagine I want to be gambling. It's not really my what I like to do. Got the story done. Need some mission trophies. Okay, so you are really at the final hurdle. Nicely done. What did you think of the story? I mean, you done Modern Warfare 3 before Modern Warfare 2. Does it all make sense now, the game? So Snorlax, I'm assuming the Kangaskhan or Snorlax is referring to the Safari. There's a sleeping Snorlax that you can keep trying to wake up and battle. That's the best way to get a shiny Snorlax. I don't know, can you even get Snorlax in the Safari? Kangaskhan is in the Safari. So that one would absolutely be a pain in the ass to capture. Trying to rocket them for the exclusive ones. Doesn't increase the flee rate. Yeah, but does it greatly increase the chances of capturing if you throw a rocket them in the Safari? Yeah, eliminate increases in cannon rate. That's the word I was looking for, not find rate. I mean, yeah. A type exclusive. You always went with Steel. I mean, what Steel Pokemon are there in Diamond and Pearl? Steel's quite hard to find, and they're usually something Steel rather than being full Steel. Or are you just saying that as long as they've got Steel as one of their two that they are? Kabuto and Lapras for water as well. Nah, I'm not doing a full water team. That's just suicidal. To be honest, Emma, the story of the Modern Warfare reboot died at Modern Warfare 1. You know, it's a shame because Modern Warfare 2, back in the day, the original Modern Warfare 2 story was... I think they did butcher it with Modern Warfare 2 and 3 remakes. Yeah, but I've heard Tauros is one of the hardest to get shinies. So, hell no. And I'm not a massive fan of Tauros. Jigglypuff. Yeah, nah. Definitely not Jigglypuff. I'm not a Jigglypuff fan. Yeah, I thought Snorlax was only from Waking. See, I saw someone doing like shiny hunting in the Safari for a little bit, and they didn't throw anything apart from Pokeballs. So they'd find the shiny and then just spam Pokeballs. I have a feeling like the old Pokemons, like FireRed and Leaf Green, if there is an increase of capture rate, like it's not worth it almost. So you might as well just throw the Pokeballs off the rip. It's crazy, we're getting close to the 1,000 mark. I have no idea whether you're just like naming Pokemon that I'm going to shiny hunt. Just a list of Pokemon. If you are saying that, then Mewtwo is definitely one I do want to get shiny. That's one of the cooler ones that are shinies as well. So I was saying at the start of the stream that I think I do want to do the legendary hunt shinies. So I want to get the 3 legendary birds, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. Then Mewtwo, most probably Deoxys as well, because Gold Deoxys looks cool. And then, can you get Mew 1 in this game? I think you can. That one will be nice as well. It's a nice light blue. The dogs, the 3 legendary dogs, I would love to do legendary hunting on them, but I've heard they're really tough. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. And you'd have to get to the end of the game in 3 different runs to do that. Which wouldn't be the end of the world. But Empoleon, Steelix, Lucario, Bastiodon, Magnezone. Can't remember the 6th. Lucario ain't Steel. Or is it just a Pokemon that can learn Steel Attack? Well then, mate, you gotta start hunting that shiny Tauros. Tauros. I mean, in all fairness, like, if I enjoy these streams, like moving forwards, and I get to meet a load of new people, chatting and that, like, I can see myself going for some of the notoriously hard shiny hunts, but I mean, we've got to take it easy. We're doing a Charmander hunt at the moment, and it's kind of killing me. We're only at 970 something resets, so I just feel like each day I'm like, oh yeah, I'm shiny hunting. I want to get my 6 shinies, and I want to get all the legendary shinies, and I'm like, we ain't even got 1 shiny yet. We need to calm down. Everything other than Chansey, Toro, or Kangaskhan just throw balls? Really? Is that something you just looked up wrong? And what is the reason for that? Is it because those 3 have such a high chance of fleeing as like their first go? You're only naming cool Pokemon. Jigglypuff! You named Jigglypuff! What's cool about Jigglypuff? Vulpix is a FireRed exclusive, I believe. No, Leaf Green exclusive, so I don't even think I can get a Vulpix at the moment. Yeah, okay. I literally just saw Ryan's message as well. Yeah, I was thinking, do I go with a Vulpix to get a 9 towers, but I think Vulpixes are really good as well in these old Pokemon games. Right, okay, right. We shall see. I think they're going to add the Sapphire, Ruby, and Emerald. Like, in all fairness, I think them releasing FireRed and Leaf Green has helped them with their sales with Pokepier. Again, if I'm saying that wrong. I actually need to look up how it's said, because it just doesn't sound right how I'm saying it. I think it's helped with their sales with Pokepier, and I think it's going to help with Wind and Waves. Like, I just think the hype for people coming back to Pokemon and the old fans, it's just like, it's got a minute cooked into it. I am really happy that they've not done, because they could have gone, we're going to release these only for the Switch 2. The fact they released it on the Switch 1 as well, I'm just like so thankful for, because I ain't got money to buy a Switch 2 and I don't really want a Switch 2 at this point. So that's crazy. I didn't actually think he was a still. I thought he was fighting. I wouldn't have even said he was a ground. I would have thought he was fighting something or other. Yeah, sorry, I had to call you out. You said Jigglypuff, and Jigglypuff, I don't think is a cool Pokemon. Yeah, no, obviously very memorable. But in that sense, why did you not say Pikachu? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Is it my singing? I've got a lovely singing voice. It reminds you of Jigglypuff. It's either that or I'm putting you to sleep, like, which is not great. Close to that 100 mark. But then I would evolve it into a Wigglypuff. And then it won't be that famously known Jigglypuff. It's the same. I've got an issue with Pikachu as well. Like, you're not really gonna stick with a Pikachu. You're gonna evolve it into a Raichu, and then it just doesn't have the same feel. So it's a bit dead. And the same with a Jigglypuff. I don't really care for it. I'd rather it be a Jigglypuff than a Wigglypuff, but you're gonna want that Wigglypuff. Yeah, I always had Leaf Green. I never had FireRed growing up, so I would I put... Yeah, I had Ninetales a few times in my team when I was younger. But then I always wanted Growlithe. When I was younger. And which I couldn't get because that was a FireRed exclusive. I mean, what is the exclusive for FireRed that's Starmie is for leaf greens. So Starmie's leaf greens. What is the alternate for FireRed? Don't know. Actually, don't know. I used to go with Butterfree a few plays. Poddywhirl. I mean, Oddish. I think that you're always just stuck with going for an Oddish. Bowls. See, yeah, but if I get an Eevee, so I have looked up the... Oh, God. I have looked up, no. Obviously, you can shiny hunt an Eevee as well, just by picking up the Pokeball and that. Which I am going to do, I think. But... what would I evolve it into? The cool evolutions aren't in this game, you know. You want Umbreon or... I mean, Umbreon's a cool one, but you can't get in this game. And then, what's the other one? Obviously, you got Flareon, Vaporeon, and Jolteon. I'm hoping I've said their names right. But they're the ones in the game. The purple one, I forgot what the purple one's called. The purple one and the Umbreon are the best. Yeah, I mean, Vaporeon, I think, is the best evolution in terms of damage for the EVs in Fire Red and Leaf Green, but again, I feel like that's the issue with the Fire Red and Leaf Green is it actually wants me to go for an all-water team. And I don't want to be caught out like that. I just think the water teams... so much cooler, so much better, built out. The game is built out for water type Pokemon, and there's not even a Pokemon watery blue. Missed opportunity in my eyes. I don't know if I've been doing the reset count. I feel like I should be higher at this point. So check. Nope. Flareon's really bad though, stats wise. I think it's one of the worst stats Pokemon for Fire Red. And Jolteon's shiny looks terrible. So, yeah, disappointing really overall. The shiny, I don't know what shiny Vaporeon looks like. Shiny Eevee looks cool. I really like the white Eevee. But I just wouldn't want to evolve it, I don't think. Almost reset them. Psyduck's cool. Oh, Shelder. Shelder's the alternate For Starmie, right? A Wooper? What's a Wooper? That's... Isn't that Diamond and Pearl? Yeah, Wooper's Diamond and Pearl, isn't it? Oh, gold. First introduced Gold and Silver. Yeah. I can't get it in FireRed, can I? At which point I might as well go with a Mudkip. Can RNG and EV? You mean the get the time thing? Espeon, there we go. That's the purple EV. Yeah, but Leafeon came later, right? It was Espeon, Umbreon that came out as soon as you had the day and night change, and then Leafeon was Diamond and Pearl, I believe. Ice. No, we are not Misty. We're not doing it all with the type Pokemon. Shiny Vaporeon is purple. See, that's the issue. My favourite colour is blue, and I feel like all the water shinies end up turning anything other than blue. Like if Squirtle was actually thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, Squirtle was like a bright blue skin and then like a golden shell, I would absolutely love him. And then he would evolve into the same bright blue skin, golden shell, Blastoise, hands down, would be like one of my favourite looks. Growlithe, yeah, I could go for Growlithe, but I mean, I've got a Charizard in the team, so we won't be going for any other fire Pokemon likely. I want to have a nice mix, ideally, if I can. So we've got Gyarados, Charizard. I think I'm going to go with a Geodude and get Golem, I've always had a golem in my team, so absolutely love that. Or I could go with like a Machop or a Mankey. I have thought about a Mankey. Is a Mankey a good pick? Or is Mankey? It's fighting normal, or normal fighting, I believe. It might just be fighting. Yeah, Prime maybe. Ooh, what are we at? That was off 1000th reset. Damn. Is this gonna be it? Is this gonna be it? Sounds about right, Glacium being the ice one. It's gonna be something Eon. I've never actually had any of the EV evolutions other than Umbreon, Jolton, and Vaporeon. What am I doing? I bet you're just waiting for a steel version to come out. Give it a metal coat, and it evolves into Steelion. Lickitung or Porygon. I used to have Porygon in my team actually quite a lot when I was younger. Always thought it was a very odd Pokemon. Not a fan of Lickitung. But you can only get a Porygon from the from gambling. So that took me ages to get when I was younger. Porygon ain't a normal type though. I don't know if that was referring to your previous message. Porygon's psychic, no? And to be honest, I think I'm gonna. I said I didn't really want to go for the Pokemon you always go with, and then I'm going with Geodude, who I always go with, and I'm going with Abra, who I always go with. I think it's likely that the shiny that I'm going to go for is, for Psychic, will be an Abra. I'll just have to work how I'm going to trade with myself, whether I use the glitch at the moment, which has been fanned, to be able to trade with yourself, or if I find someone to trade with me. Yeah, I think... To be honest, I don't really see many people go for like a Golem or Geodude. I feel like that's one that I've always gone for, but others don't. Primeape drops off mid-game. Could go with a match drop, though. Porygon's a normal type? Let me have a look at that. Wow, I actually did not know Porygon was a normal type. What? Genuinely thought that was a psychic. That's wild. Because yeah, it evolves. When does it evolve in FireRed and Nugget? Porygon 2 in FireRed and Leaf Green. Oh, I've not used Bulbapedia in ages. I can't remember where I look. On trade, is it? No, evolve. Gen 3 FireRed, evolve a Porygon. At what level? What level does it evolve? Wait, evolves from a Porygon when traded while holding an upgrade. What? How do you get an upgrade? I am confused. Looks like you buy it from somewhere, maybe? God knows. Genuinely don't remember that at all. Simster, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Hopefully having a nice Saturday. You're also shiny hunting starters. How's yours going? Are you in the thousands mark on resets? Have you been lucky? Have you got any of the starters? With the shortish amount of time I've been able to put into this game, I've not had any luck. And I don't feel I'm going to have any luck until I get closer to the odds of the rates of 8,000 resets. I just wish I was one of those lucky people that got it on like their first time booting up the game. Oh look, a shiny Charmander. I'm not gonna lie, I just had to look up what Kalos was. Is that Pokemon X and Y? Are you playing Pokemon X and Y? Yeah, I mean, that's a rookie play on my part to think Porygon is a psychic. I'm sorry, Emma. Hey, look, I don't claim to be a Pokemon guy. I've not played Pokemon in years. I'm typically a PlayStation trophy hunter. See, I have never played Pokemon X and Y, so I don't even know what it involves in terms of shiny hunting. Is it the same process as FireRed and Leaf Green? I don't think any shiny hunting is as grueling as, well, for starter Pokemon is as grueling as FireRed and Leaf Green. But I could be wrong. I had zero knowledge. I just know that FireRed and Leaf Green is known for being really hard. There's nothing that can increase the rates. And the 8,000 rate, I think, is just naturally higher than all the other Pokemons that came after. I think if you look at Diamond and Pearl onwards, it's like 1 in 4,000 rather than 1 in 8,000. A minute and 30 seconds. Oof. Because, I mean, if you're playing... Are you playing on the DS, or are you emulating? Because I don't know if you can, like, soft reset on DS games. I don't think you can. RNG can increase chance. What do you mean? What are you meaning, Ryan? RNG stands for Random Number Generator. That makes sense. Or are you talking about the method of getting the times down for the resets, soft resets? Seems that, seeing as I am way out of touch with any of the later Pokemon, and you're playing X and Y, I believe. How long have you been playing for, doing the resets for that? Do you know, have you been sort of keeping a rough count of how many resets you've been doing? And Emma, you watching me play some Pokemon, is it getting you in the mood? Are you wanting to get a Switch now? Are you wanting to play some of the old Pokemons? Okay, yeah, that's doing the time thing, Ryan. But that's not... Is it named as RNG? Can like, surely not. 100 soft resets in. I mean, it's early days, but obviously taking a minute and 30 seconds to do a reset is longer than FireRed and Leaf Green. I think you can get this down to about 30 seconds, 25 seconds on a reset. But I am not being efficient. So I'm getting 3 resets in the time it's taking you to do 1, which does suck. What rates are X and Y? Like, what is the chance of getting a shiny? Is it like 1 in 4,000 or? I think you got Black 2 somewhere. I mean, that has got to be one of the most expensive Pokemon games at the moment. I do keep an eye out for a good price one, but they are ridiculous price. And there's so many fakes out there on the market, so got to make sure I pick the right one up. But Black 2 ain't gonna hit the same as like playing FireRed, Leaf Green, Emerald, Sapphire, Ruby. The classics just hit different. Yeah, I mean, you can. And then you got the argument of why would you spend $20, £15 on a Pokemon game on the Switch? Very true. But I don't like emulating anything. I just feel it gives me an inauthentic feel of the game. And I've got an issue where I'm like, I struggle setting boundaries with cheating. Like, I wouldn't do a shiny hunt on PC if I was emulating, because I'd be like, why would I when I can mod the game and make it that every Pokemon I find is shiny? So I feel like playing these versions, playing the Switch, playing the GBA version, it locks me into playing the game how it should be. I struggle to find the mid-ground if I've got access to cheats and that. So I guess that makes sense. Why am I going to spend 20 hours plus searching for a shiny Pokemon when I could literally just press a button and go, give me this shiny? I like having the constraints in place. And I've always liked the idea of trading Pokemon up through the games as well. So if you use an emulator, well, back in the day when you used an emulator, you can do that. So I don't know if that's a thing you can do now. Yeah, you can. But can you ace code a shiny? Can you make it deliberately come out as a shiny? Or can you just ace code a Pokemon? Because I've seen the ace coding. I saw someone give themselves... or someone battled a new one. I've seen that. No, didn't think you could. But I guess when you have mods, like, why would you want to or need to trade? Apologies if I just blew your ears. I think I muted in time. I had a sneeze coming. And I sneezed very loud. I did think I hit the mute button though, so fingers crossed for you guys. Yeah, I get you. I get you. Just ace spawning in Pokemons also won't give you that same feel. You'll just be like, just giving yourself whatever Pokemon you want. Yeah, I saw about the self-trading. Now that is something that I definitely most probably need to look into. Because if I do go for an Alakazam or I do go for a Golem, because both of them you need to trade to get their last evolutions. So I'm most probably going to need to make use of that. I am only going to be streaming for maybe like another 4 minutes. And then I am going to look at going. That'll be an hour of streaming. A little less than I usually do, because I usually end up doing about 200 resets a stream. It's the goal that I'm going to be trying to do moving forwards, but I've got some jobs I need to get on with, so I will be calling it quits very soon. But the issue is when you... If I give you my Golem... No, if I give you my Geodude into... Is it Geo... Is it Grudge? I don't know. If I give you my Abra... Alakazam's the last one. Or is it Abra? Oh, it goes Abracadabra and then Alakazam, right? So if I give you my Kadabra, it then evolves into Alakazam, and then you trade it back to me, does it say the name or the original owner of the Pokemon is the person who I traded it to? I think it does. Ideally, I have it as the owner, Graveler, there we go. Grudge? Don't know what I was thinking of. Yeah, if I trade that to you, and then you trade it back, it's going to give the owner name as you, not me. I'm pretty sure. Which ideally I don't have. Only use mods on emulators for the Ash Greninja form in the game. See, when do they start adding? That's the thing, in like later Pokemon they've added like different variants of that Pokemon, of like Pokemons, which I don't know if they're a trade only exclusive or so on. But yeah, I want to try and avoid cheats as much as I can. And sadly, no, Tom, you can't. You've got to pick it up, go through the dialogue, and check your inventory. You can only tell shinies if you check inventories or you go into battle with them. So even if I see a legendary like Mew and you see like the little icon, and it's not shiny, it will always look like a normal colour, and when you go into battle then it will show if it's a shiny. And the same thing as I'll show you another thing is I am going to maybe only get maybe 1 or 2 more resets in before I've got to go, or maybe a few more, but I do need to look at going. Yeah, 1 or 2 more. If I go into here and I go, do you want a Charmander? Yes, I do want a Charmander. And I go, great. Do you want to name the Charmander? Do I want to give it a nickname? That little icon there as well, that does not indicate whether it's a shiny or not. So there's no point on looking at the that little icon there. You have to come out. That won't tell you if it's a shiny, so you've got to go into it, and here it will show you if it's a shiny. And then reset. This is pretty much a straight port. There's a few things changed, but yeah, it's very close to the original port. I mean, how many resets are we in now? 32. Let's get to 40, and then I will look at ending stream. But I'm not even aware that it did show you on later Pokemon. I thought you always had to go into the your backpack and see. Have you done any more Warhammer recently, Ryan? Where we at? Six more resets. Emerald, you've got to go into the battle to see if it's shiny. So I know Emerald, you can't go by the image. Diamond and Pearl, I'm not sure. I'd have to look into. Did you still have any more issues, Ryan, with the cutting off your Warhammer stuff? Or did you get it down to a fine art? I can imagine you just need to get better tools to get nicer finishes on your cuts, but... Reset. 4 more resets. The thing with shiny hunting, Tom, is like all the games have slightly different mechanics. So I know, I want to say Emerald as well. You can't just it's when you go into the bag. I think you then choose your Pokemon. You pick that Pokemon up, and at that point, then you see it. So it's not. Like, I think if you interact with the bag, then that's determined. That is your set Pokemon you're going to get. So you got to save before. And certain Pokemon have different ways of how do you get them to reset an RNG to give you a different, whether it's a shiny or a different chance of a shiny. Two more resets. Right. We will be doing this one, a reset, and then I'll check if it's not the Pokemon, that's where I'm ending the stream. Which I've got 0 faith in. Nope, that is it. We got one more check on the Pokemon. Like I said, I typically would do another 60 to get to 200 in this stream, but I just don't have the time to carry on going anymore today. Please be it. No, not at all. Anyway, I want to say thank you everyone for joining in. We had Tom, we had Ryan, we had Emma, we had Seamstar, and did we have anyone else? I don't think so. I think that was everyone. Thank you everyone for participating in the chat. Thank you everyone for who was just joined and maybe lurking. Always appreciated. We will be streaming again, I think likely tomorrow. Whether it's Pokemon or whether we go back to doing some VR PlayStation trophy hunting, I don't know. But if you did like the stream, feel free to drop a like or a subscribe. Pretty new to YouTube, so learning the ropes. And no one said Brout needed to get nerfed, so I guess everyone really likes him or no one likes him. One of the two. And on that note, I'm going to end the stream.